What's good, fam? Welcome to the Skate Mob Podcast. We about to take the streets by storm. Get ready to hang out with us. From tricks to trips and everything in between. We'll be talking to pros, amateurs, and beginner skaters. Sharing stories, hyping up the
Everything
community.
happened when
Whether you're a seasoned skater or just getting started. Or we could just chat. So buckle up, stay tuned, it's about to get
like
real.
half an hour deep, and it was fucked up, yo.
Dang.
I was sweating so much. I was like, he's like, what happened? I'm like,
Ondito. And Jordan's probably like, damn it, leave it to New York. Yup.
yes, indeed. Okay, all right. I have the intro button here, so we could get a little warmed up here. Today's special guest today is Q. Inline skater Q is in the building. Thank you for coming into the Skate Mob Podcast.
Thank you.
This is a pre-intro. Oh, I'm as nervous as probably you are.
Yeah.
I am super nervous.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like, I don't feel that nervous. I'm like super excited.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm super duper excited.
All right. So let me hit this intro button, and we're going to get going. We're going to get going. I hope that's the button. Let's go. Yep. Nope, that's not even the button. Oh. That's the outro. All right. Let's go.
What's good, fam? Welcome to the Skate Mob Podcast. We about to take the streets by storm. Get ready to hang out with us. From tricks to trips and everything in between. We'll be talking to pros, amateurs, and beginner skaters. Sharing stories, hyping up the community. Whether you're a seasoned skater or just getting started.
Let's go.
We could just chat. So buckle up, stay tuned, it's about to get real.
Let's go.
Wear your seatbelts.
Wear your seatbelts, people. What is good, everybody? This is your host, Hyper Mike. I'm here with Q, inline skater, aggressive inline skater, traveler, woman of inline skating in 2024. So much I can just keep on.
Wow, so many titles.
A mother, on a dope aggressive inline skater, Blady inliner, right? Yeah. All right, so thank you for coming on to the Skate Mob Podcast. This is your host, Hyper Mike. Appreciate you here. So
Thank
Q,
you.
What's up, Q? We are here live in Miami. I'm straight freestyling right now.
Word. We're in Miami.
We're definitely in Miami. This is like our first video session.
Yeah. It's pretty interesting. I love it. Learning a lot. It's cool.
And we are here. We here this time for the Frankie Invitational.
Yes, we are.
The number 5.
Yeah.
Frankie Invitational. We was there actually last night. I was actually there last night. We went to Skatebird, and the box there, it's incredible.
Yeah.
High.
The high box? Yeah.
They have 2 together.
Yes.
Did you see it yet or no?
Yes, I skated
Personal?
there in the morning.
This morning.
Yesterday morning.
The whole fuck.
I
Okay, yeah.
practiced for the first time.
Nice.
Yeah, over there. And that kink box. I'm really excited about that kink box.
Are you gonna attempt it or?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Last
Nice.
year I competed as well, and they had a firecracker box in
Firecracker
that
box?
area.
Yeah. I remember.
And I thought maybe they were gonna do something similar, but when I saw the kink, I was down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I had a
like
skater
kinks.
last night. He was telling me about the kink, and he was like, "Yo, it took me like 2 days to finish it." I was like,
Yeah.
"What? 2 days?"
Oh yeah, it's difficult. It's definitely gnarly. It shoots you out. You really have to tame it, like on some, like for real.
Wow. Okay. Damn. I wish I was there, man. I mean, I'm gonna be there, but I
Yeah.
wish I was like actually there, like on the line. You know what the line is?
Yes.
The line's like everybody looking at each other.
Yep.
I think I could do better than you.
Oh.
I think I got this. Everybody's giving the eye.
Word.
Protective gear, non-protective gear. I'm
Yeah.
super nice.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. You're forgetting my vibe though. My vibe is like, you got this.
You got this.
You do it, and then I will do it too.
Mhm, you're like, leave the men to the side. The women's gonna get this, right?
We all got this.
That's awesome, man. So are you competing this Frankie Invitational?
Yes, I am.
This is gonna be
My
your
second.
your second time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how did you do last year? How did that go?
Last year it was my first time, and it was scary, but I had a lot of fun. and I met like a lot of people. But what I really like about this specific contest is there's a lot of female and femme like skaters. So there was a lot of people who were like-minded and, you know, I vibed well with. So I was super excited during the contest, and the contest vibe for me was like watching all my friends like do so well and that like elevating me. And I did so many things that I was surprised even myself that I did, you know.
And that's with the firecracker box on it, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
That was last year. So I've spent a year traveling and skating and doing my thing. So I'm curious to see how well I do this year.
Nice.
Yeah.
Did they place anyone like with the females? Did they give you like a
So there was there's enough women, which is great. We don't usually experience this here, like I feel like on the East Coast, but like there was enough women for different heats and then a finals round. So I didn't make the finals round, but
So
a
you
lot
made the
of
second heat. That's good.
yeah, but a lot of my friends did though. Like homie from New York, shout out Amber. She made it to the finals.
Amber, yes,
my
homie.
homie from Spain, Emmy, and Mary made it to the finals, and Mary ended up winning it. She did
Nice.
some crazy hammer. She's such a skilled skater.
She gonna be there this year?
She's not here this year. I
Okay.
don't think so.
Runners up. Runners up.
But there's a lot of really great competition.
This is gonna be great. I think this year is gonna be like the females are gonna be way better than the guys this year.
Oh,
I think so. I got high
Yes.
confidence because I see these females there. I'm like, wait a minute, that's a large amount of numbers. It's not like 20 or 30. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's a good amount. You know what I'm saying? To be like, all right, this is a fucking hard decision to make. Mm-hmm. Good luck to everybody for
Yeah.
tomorrow's competition.
Yeah, good luck, everyone. Everyone's
is-
practicing right now.
This is episode what 18, 18 episode 18 Escape Mob Podcast. Everyone that's tuning in right now, we're Q, the inline skater up in the building. Damn, Miami, Florida.
Yeah, we here. We out here. I like it out here, though. It's different than New York. There's palm trees everywhere.
It's fucking trees, yeah, and
And-
the size of buildings out there.
You could swim through the atmosphere. It's so humid.
That's fire.
But skating is cool out here. I like the different parks and just the community in general that's cultivated by the people out here. And my Uber driver on the way over here asked me what I was doing here. I told her about the contest, and she's gonna bring her daughters tomorrow. Like everyone's so excited in Miami.
Yes, I'm excited too. I got up real early. I'm like, oh my God, I woke up in Miami. This is my first time out here, and it's pretty dope, man. I'll say what's up to everybody. Shouts to the OGs that, that were there, There's gonna be a whole bunch of people tomorrow too, man. That's gonna be fucking incredible.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it.
Wow. So, Q, as a female inline skater, woman, people, let's get to know you a little better.
Okay.
So, I'm sure a lot of people have seen you and be like, hey, who's that? Well, let's give them a little brief. So, where did it all like began? Like, what like inspired you to like continue what you're doing right now?
Yeah. Well, right now, I mean, it started when I got back into skating about 4 years ago. I quit. Not quit. I took a little break from skating, like a lot of us have.
Yeah. Adulting.
Yes. I went to school for 8 years, and I started my career. And then, once I hit like 30, I was like, well, I don't know. I'm missing something in my life. And I started skating with big wheel skates. Because in New York City, they have the Wednesday night skate. And that's been
Everyone's familiar with Wednesday night skate.
Yeah, it's been going on for more than 25 years.
Yeah.
Holler.
Yeah.
To keep something skating inline related. And we all kind of meet up and skate the city and stuff. So when I got back into that, it just reminded me of what I had left. I started skating when I was around 12. I skateboarded first, and then I saw a rollerblader do a flip on
Are you getting
a
back?
mini.
You're going back.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm talking about Forest Park, back when there was someone at Forest Park and there was a mini ramp in Queens, New York.
Okay.
You
So that
know
sparked
what
it all?
Yes.
Okay.
I saw someone do a flip and I was like, no way, I'm getting blades. And I started hanging out with the crew in Williamsburg and skating Washington Park. And There's this big park near the Williamsburg Bridge.
In New York City?
Yes, in New York, in Brooklyn, and that's where I started skating.
Nice.
But then when I turned 19, I was like, I have to go to school.
You had the Metro card and everything? Traveling with the big backpack?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Exactly. And, I turned 19. At the time, I had a son. And so I was very focused on, I need to get into school. I need to, finish my career and make money so that I can take care of my family. So years later, right, fast forward, I'm starting to big wheel, and it just reminded me what I had left. And now, being a little older, I have a little bit of wisdom and a lot more autonomy. So I could decide for myself, like, I can get back into skating, and it doesn't mean that I'm not doing my thing as an adult. And that changed, like, my life. I got back into shape. I started skating, and I met all these amazing, like, femme and female skaters, which back when I was younger, the contest, there was no, like, female division. I hung out with my homegirl, Christy Toledo. Yo, shout out, Christy.
Yes, Christy Toledo. Original Blady.
Yeah, we started, she taught me. Yeah, she taught me a lot. Like, I started skating, and she was the only other girl, and she lived in Queens. And
One out of four.
Yeah.
One out of four. 1 out of 4 or 5.
I mean, back then,
Yeah.
I remember, like, the younger skaters, it was me and Christy from New York, and then Kay Luz would come a lot.
Shouts to Kay Luz, yeah.
Yeah, to New York as well. So me, like, being 13, 14, like, those were the female femme skaters that I knew. Coming back, 30 years old, there's, like, a community, and it's international. That got me so excited.
But now, like, you're talking about your past, right? But now, like, it's like you're the few of, like, that's actually continuing doing it, which is great. So now these people see you, and they're like, wow, she's actually continued doing it, which is great. And you have been traveling, too.
Yes.
And these newcomers, they see these females skating, and they're like, holy shit. And, you've been taught by the best. You know what I'm saying? Like the originators and these names that you're naming, they like the brink, like the beginning of the beginning. And you fed into all that, and look at you now.
Yeah.
Soul grinds down these fucking kink rails and chimping 180s, 360s.
Yeah, I'm learning the 540, but I'll have to do it switch.
Coming down fakey, speeding up, stopping at point. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Getting air off the quarter pipes and the ramps and stuff like that. You're taking all that information in, and you're pretty much transforming it when you are at the skate park or a skate park.
Yes.
Absolutely.
It's a different perspective now that I'm a little older in skating. I look at skating more like maybe how, like, a gymnast or someone who's doing parkour would look at their sport, where, like, every single movement is a technique, every single piece of speed, every pump, everything has a purpose.
Yeah.
And that's how you stay safe and awesome, and continuing to learn and progress that you're not injured.
And gear, because as you're getting older, it gets rough.
Oh, yeah.
We're not basketball players. We're not basketball players. We're not hockey players. We're inline aggressive rollerbladers.
Yeah.
Well, it's not nationally on TV. Yeah. We do our own content and stuff like that. But as you get older, you need to prepare yourself and, wear the gear, for you could continue for the next day. Because, there's skaters, they have real jobs and, and you go skating for fun and, you practice, do whatever. But, when you get hurt, that shit is going to stay there for a minute, and then, you lose out when you get injured.
Yeah, and the thing about rollerbladers, because it's not, the resources aren't, like, mainstream.
Yeah.
We don't have coaches to teach us how to heal. Mm-hmm. We don't have coaches to teach us what to do when things go wrong. And so a lot of us are trying to put that into the community. I know me, coming back, I had to learn how to heal as a woman in her 30s instead of, like, a kid in their teens. Mm-hmm. Totally different.
Oh, yeah. It's going to get, as you get older, it's just going to change. Big time. Your joints.
Well, I'll be calling on you guys.
I know you have a couple injuries. You want to talk about the injuries?
Yeah.
Skating wise.
Yes. So when I was younger, before I had quit skating, I had a chronic dislocated shoulder. I went to like
From skating?
Yeah, Oil City Skate Park.
Oil
the
City.
down ledge that had a
R.I.P.
drop on one side.
Oil City Skate Park where? Staten Island?
No, it's in Long Island.
Long Island.
Yeah.
Long Island. Okay.
Oil City, Long Island.
You don't know what
It's
skate
closed.
parks?
Yeah, it's closed now,
Yeah, that
but
was
back then that was the only indoor that we had.
Oh, so you got hurt there.
I got
Wow.
hurt there.
Okay.
I fell over the drop side of the box.
Okay.
And I didn't want to die, so I held on for dear life, but my shoulder dislocated.
Oh, okay.
And
that
then-
was first. Your
Yeah,
first
that
one.
was the first one. I ended up not getting surgery until I was 23. So this happened when I was 14. I got surgery when I was 23 because I became a teacher, and writing on the chalkboard with my arm, it dislocated.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
During class?
Yes. So I was like, oh, no. So I finally had the surgery, thankfully. But when I came back into skating, when I was about to turn 30, maybe like 3 months in, I broke my hand because I was wearing these wrist guards, and I was trying to do a mistrial, fell back, put my arm back, and then I broke my middle metacarpal.
Okay. Yeah, I remember. I
skating.
remember
Yeah.
that injury. I think I seen that.
Yeah, so now I have a fancy metal plate in my hand, which is awesome. So I also broke my arm, but it was because my arm.
Weapon Q, not Weapon X. Weapon Q.
Yeah, so I have a plate in my arm and a plate in my hand. So nobody wants to be by this arm.
Wow. Recovery at that time was a little faster than what it is now. So
Yeah. Well,
That's
I
what's up.
mean, these injuries happened 2 years ago and 3 years ago. So that was my introduction to learning how to heal again.
Gotcha.
Or like learning how to heal in the first place, because I realized I didn't know much when I was younger. No one was there to teach me, and maybe I didn't feel as much pain as I do now, or maybe I didn't listen to my body as much as I do now. But I certainly started to really research a lot of things about PT, and even like PT when you're not injured is so important. PT as in physical therapy.
Yeah,
like
PT.
keeping
Physical.
your joints like strong and maintenance and all that stuff, how important that is to prevent an injury and to heal from an injury.
Yeah.
So I learned a lot getting injured that first year coming back, and thankfully, knock on wood, I'm doing well now. But I definitely have my routine. Like I definitely have periods where I have to ice my knees after a session. I have periods where, my knees feel weird. Let me wear my compression on my knees today, or something like that.
I don't think a lot of rollerbladers and skaters are aware of how brutal you bruise. You take a bad bail on your body when you skate. Mm-hmm. Like me as a skater. Mm-hmm. I chose. I was like, I'm not going to be that skater that's going to be doing these gaps.
Word.
Heck no.
Yeah.
I know a few skaters and be like, oh, they walk in, a little, funny because they've been doing these gaps
Yes.
a lot. But yeah, that's very good that you're doing that, because in the long run, you're going to be like, all right, thank God I did that.
Yeah,
it's good.
and
You got to take care of your body.
It makes you stronger. Like if you do decide to do those, hammers and those gaps, like
Yeah.
if you do maintenance on the muscles around your knees, like you'll be able to prevent any like serious injury, hopefully, like to your knees, even from just impacts.
Yeah.
For example, like
Pro skater Demetrius George, he did like a segment on taking care of the body as
Yes.
a skater. I
Yes.
was watching that. That was pretty dope.
Yeah, and there's this other, I forget his name, forgive me, but Skate Ability on Instagram.
Yeah.
He specifically targets muscles that are frequently aggravated, if you will, like from skating, and teaches people how to keep that maintenance going. So I definitely follow people like that, and also just not skating related, the knees over toes guy on Instagram. Save my knees.
Nice.
Walking backwards is the secret.
Awesome. That's awesome, man. We're here with Q. Let's go.
Yeah.
everyone tuning in. Thank you for continuing to listen.
Yeah.
All right, we are here in Miami, Florida for the Frankie Invitational. We got this podcast in. Let's go. All right, let's go with some more skate questions here.
Oh, word.
All right, so we're skating in this. Wait, let's talk about your travels.
Okay.
Let's talk about your travels. Q, I've been seeing, I saw your Instagram and your stories and stuff like that. You've been traveling and you've been skating with other females.
Mm-hmm.
And it was South America?
Spain.
Spain.
So
Oh,
Europe.
I was in Spain. I was in Europe.
Spain and Paris.
Okay, so you went to Spain and Paris.
France. Not Paris, but France.
They have, for people listening, you got to go check out the females that's skating out there. I don't know. You could just name a few. Just give me a few
Emi
names.
Parejo, there's Mary Munoz, there's Carlota Blanco. Everyone who was in the Spanish, championships for like street at La Poma. I was able to go there. There were more women in the Spanish championships for rollerblading
Than men.
Yes.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Yo,
Yes.
guys, you got to check out the female scene out in Europe. It is amazing. Fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Want to know why I say fucking amazing? Because they do support each other
Mm-hmm.
way more than people out in the States. Or
Mm-hmm.
maybe down, South America. But no, South America got a big scene too with the skate.
Yes.
I'm not,
Oh,
like,
I'm going there next.
I don't want to battle the Fords and all that stuff,
Yeah.
but like they doing the women's skate scene is incredible. They just
Yeah.
need a lot more recognition.
Yeah, it's definitely facilitated by the government as well. The government legitimizes.
The government needs to support us, right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The government legitimizes professional athletes, and they
That's
give
nice.
them resources.
So does
that's-
Japan and all that stuff.
Yeah,
Not
and that's
United
that's
States.
the key.
Yeah. I'll talk to Trump. I'll be like, yo, Trump, what's up with the skaters,
Yo,
bro?
for
What's
real.
good?
Come on, it's pop culture. You want to
Word.
do this?
Miss Harris and shit, It's all good.
Yeah.
So you out there skating, and like you had these skate parks. I know the skate parks is not the same as the States, but like people see you. I know they know the natives over there,
Mm-hmm.
but they saw you. Mm-hmm. You was out there in the mountains and the heat and all that
Yes.
stuff. And these people know that you're not from there. Did you
Yeah.
get that feeling that you wasn't?
Oh
from there?
yeah, I'm pretty. I mean, the New York vibe. I feel like. I mean, I was born and raised in New York. I'm from Brooklyn. Whoop.
Yes, sir.
And
Shouts
I
to
actually
BK.
just recently left the hood last month.
And bring my Tims.
Word, like where they at? But and I think it's evident. And this is something that I am realizing. It's almost like on TV, New York is this, right? Like Biggie and freaking like everything.
It ain't Biggie over there.
That it. but you know what I mean? Like everything that's like New York. From someone who maybe received what the New York culture is from mainstream media. And I mean, come on, hip hop, like breakdancing, like all the things originated with the New York culture. So when I come through and I'm like, just like me, it's obvious. It's like, whoa, I'm always asked like my accent. Like, oh, that's the accent. And they're like, where you from? I'm like, yeah, I grew up in Brooklyn. That's what it is.
I want a
you know?
pizza.
Yeah.
You got pizza out there.
Yeah, exactly. And for me, it's just my life. So I'm like, oh,
That's fucking fire.
they're like, oh, that's like in TV. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
because they cherish to be in the States. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. But
Golden.
The cool thing is that, so everyone's hype about it, and I've worked for the city for my whole career so far too. So like the whole kind of like New York culture and just like I can give them a more realistic vibe by just being me.
Yeah.
And then like the skating wise, their facilities.
Were they touching you? They were like were you like the Messiah when you went over there?
No,
They
I
were like
wasn't.
touching your skin. They were like, hey, this is weird.
No, I wasn't. I mean, shout out to my homies, like, who held me down. Like, the first week I went to Spain, one of my friends, Emmy, I stood out there with her, and it was more like, yo, you from New York, you got to get your shit together. But, like, like, with all love, like, uplifting and elevating, that was that entire trip for me. I visited, like, 5 different cities.
Nice.
And I traveled and met like all these women and skated at all these facilities. So anyone who doesn't know about New York skating,
There's more.
like,
There's more out there.
yeah, but back in the day, before I stopped, and I stopped skating when I was like 18 or 19, there was no skate parks. It was all street because there was no money, there was no facilities. Now that I'm older, there are facilities in New York, but everything has a restriction of 4 feet and below.
It's 3 feet.
Oh,
3 feet.
there it is, 3 feet.
3 feet.
I stand
3
corrected.
feet when you get a
Even
concussion, and you
worse.
freaking sue and get a lawsuit.
Well, it's all about that. So, I appreciate the facilities. However, I do travel because I'm trying to like learn how to skate these bigger ramps.
Yeah.
And that's something that I learned.
Really, really big.
Yeah.
Dangerous.
I could never do that when I was a kid. I was always that little girl in the hood that was grabbing like little parts of razors and putting them together to make a Frankenstein skate. Like, and that's what I skated because I had no money. So going to Woodward, that was like the dream. Watching like Richie Velasquez. Yo, shout out Richie. Woo.
Yeah, I went to Woodward when I was like 40 years old.
You see, my first time at Woodward, I was 31.
Yeah.
Like, now that I have my own, like, funds and I have my own ability to go and do that, I'm doing that. And I'm honoring my inner child that is like, I'm making my dreams come true and it's never late.
Let's go.
Like, I went to Woodward
Big boss moves.
I went to Woodward the first time by myself and I just sat there like, oh my God, I'm here. Like, imagine like your dream when you're a kid and like you're just there.
Yeah.
Oh my God, I was like, I basically couldn't skate because I was like, oh my God, it was so surreal.
That's a fantastic feeling. For those of you that be like, yo, I wish I would have been there, do it. You can do it, get up and motivate and move the skate industry. You know what I'm saying? Because there's billions of people that don't know what we're doing and stuff like that. And she actually went out there, maybe for herself but she went out there to go with a group of skaters and she did her thing.
Yeah.
She has a lifetime connection out there with these females. And you know what? She learned from the best of people in New York City, and she bring that to Paris, right? You're kind of like Paris.
Well, it was Marseille. Spain. Well, I went to Spain and I also went to Marseille.
I fucking said Paris for.
Yeah, I said it first, my bad.
She went out there and she did her thing.
Yeah.
Thank goodness she didn't come back hurt because usually when you travel to a lot of states and skate parks, you end up fucking up yourself. Mm-hmm. And, that's kind of like the big challenge when you go travel and visiting a lot of skate parks, everywhere. If you're doing an itinerary, you know what I'm saying? It's very dangerous. Not, the neighborhood or whatever, because they're going to take care of you. Mm-hmm. But the skate parks, any little fucking slip up and it's your whole shit is done for the fucking 10 weeks that you're there or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
But there's
she did it.
Yeah, there's a contrast on the vibe growing up and maybe typically that like I see out here and the vibe out there. Like if I didn't wear my helmet, I would have been the weird one. The one that was the only one that was not wearing a helmet, and also they focus a lot on safe skating. So like, for example, when I was younger, I also did ballet. That's something that maybe some people don't know. I did a ballet and I was, dancing a lot and we had to always warm up our body and warm up our joints. And I'm talking about moving nonstop for 45 minutes as a warm up. I know many
45 minutes.
Yeah, I know many people,
cool.
That's their whole workout.
Yeah.
But like seriously, like, and you warm up, your joints warm up, you're less likely to hurt yourself. And then in skating and transition and in the street, there are ways that you can try things like secrets, or maybe some people call them like cheat codes or whatever it is. Like it is a progression, a safe progression to like whatever trick you're trying to do that's super technical, and also you don't get hurt. Like that. Yep. That's the beauty about being taught how to skate. Now that I'm older, by people who are in their 40s and their 50s. Like they're so focused on technique and staying safe that thankfully, like after that first year of injury, like knock on wood, I'm doing pretty good.
Nice. There's levels to the skate stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. And we were actually talking about that. There's so many levels of inline skating, aggressive skating, whatever skating you possibly do. If you put skates on your feet, there's different levels. You don't got to be like the best. Like aggressive inline skating versus inline skating, you can't really compare them.
Yeah.
Because an inline skater can skate really good and really fast, and an aggressive skater could be on the ramps, super dope. You can't really compare that.
Yeah.
Because the skate
different
parks, you
technique.
can't really, how fast you going to go to a fucking ramp.
Right.
Or fly off the park.
Well, let's think about this, right? Can you jump, for example? I feel like most people who have healthy knees can jump.
Yeah.
Can everybody do a backflip?
No.
Exactly. They're
They can.
different
They
techniques.
can. Everybody could. I think everybody can. It's just like if you can make it, right?
It's the technique.
You can
It's
make
like,
that.
what do you do? Like 1, 2,
Yeah.
3. Like
Very
skating
repetitive,
is
yeah.
the same way. Like if you're like, I know Victor Calendar nowadays. He's doing speed skating.
Victor Calendar.
Shout
For those of you
out.
that don't know Victor Calendar, that's one of the best pro skaters I know in New York City. Shouts to Victor.
Yeah, shout out to like one of my first
Victor Calendar.
teachers, Victor Calendar.
Yeah.
But like he's
Skate
doing
god.
speed, like literal skate god. Like he's
Yeah.
speed skating. And it's just such a different technique
Yeah.
than like aggressive skating.
But he
and
knows that already.
Exactly. You see him
strong.
practicing. You see him practicing his technique even off the skates.
Yeah.
You know, like the approach to skating is different. It's more like methodical. It's more like, okay, I have a strategy now. Like I have a goal, and this is how I'm gonna make it there, and less like, all right, I'm gonna just send it. Like it is a calculated risk rather than just like balls to the wall, punk rock, let's go, like whatever, you know?
Yeah. Whew. So how many years have you been skating in total? Well, how long has it been? Because we don't have a retirement thing yet. You know, and you know how like NBA players and all they
Yeah.
be like, oh, I've been basketballing. You hear me? I've been playing
It's a verb.
professional basketball for 20 plus years, whatever. You know, as a skating thing, you can go off and on and still be professional. You know what I'm saying? So, so how do you look at a professional skater as a woman of inline skating? How do you look at it like that?
I look at it as any other professional athlete. Like you're a public figure, and
You're definitely a public figure.
Yeah, and so that means you have influence, and that is an incredible responsibility. I mean,
Influence.
with great power comes great responsibility type shit. Like really though,
And great ego. Good ego.
yeah, like a good version.
Like a good version of ego. Ego's not bad.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of skaters like, oh, his ego's too big. Ego is a lot of things. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So depending on how you do your ego, and don't be a fucking dickhead about it.
Right, it's your definition.
Michael Jordan wasn't a dickhead, but he was very competitive. Everybody
Word.
knows that guy. So
Yeah.
and the inline skating is very competitive too.
Yes.
But your ego shouldn't partake. It shouldn't mix it within. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? So,
or rather maybe like the ego shouldn't be trying to tear people down.
Yeah, go
so that
that
you
way.
can get above them, because is that really being competitive?
Yeah, you just being
no.
an asshole.
You want to face the best if you want to
when you
test
get-
if you're the best.
Because
Come on.
if you're on the field with the big dogs, they're gonna show you where the ego's at, and you're gonna be in the side. Like damn,
Yeah,
shouldn't
but
be
if
like
you're-
that.
if
it's a
you're-
happy sport.
If you're moving around the world also cutting down the competition, then can you really say you're the best though?
Ego.
But you feel me?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
if
yeah.
you're not
Yeah, we got it in our time and stuff like
Yeah.
that. But it's how you do your shit. You could be the best in the world, but don't be a fucking dickhead. I'm
Yeah.
sure there's famous people that you guys follow and stuff like that, but I'm sure they're not fucking complete assholes. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
They're just doing what they need to do, but not fucking a fucking asshole.
Yeah, so that's the thing that I also like about meeting people and professional skaters. It's like when your heroes don't disappoint.
Yeah.
Like basically you
Say
meet them
hi.
and you're like, yo, you're actually a good person
Yeah.
and you're smart.
Take the compliment.
Bet.
Take
Exactly.
it. Take it. Put it in your pocket, save for later. And then,
It's so important though, because it's like athletes, they're public figures.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Adults, whatever. I'm talking about the kids though. There are children looking at you
Yeah.
being like, wow, I want to be just like this person.
You're
And
a
if you're
fucking
acting
asshole.
like a jerk, they're going to do that too.
Yeah.
Right? And like for those of us who like are really into like emotional like intelligence, like you're giving your trauma or your BS to a child if you're acting all crazy and then they're following you.
Yeah.
They don't have your experiences. They don't have your resentment.
I give it to the
don't
mother.
give it to
I give
them.
it to the mother and fathers that that the kids are picking up after them.
Yeah,
you know?
shout out to the parents of the world.
Yeah, I'll give an example. Wake Shepperman.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Wake.
yeah.
I remember
Yeah,
him.
yeah. He's fucking amazing. I cheer him on all the time.
Word. He has
him
a
on all
family
time.
of his own now too.
Yeah, yeah.
Shout out to Wake.
Yes. Yeah. But yeah, that's the ego thing is fucking dope.
Yeah, but this idea though, like of being a public figure and a professional athlete in general, especially in skating, because we're so small, like there are kids who are looking at you,
Yeah.
who are studying your skating. I used to do this with some of the people who are now my friends today, because back then I was a kid and what they used to call us groms, but I would like watch skate videos and stop it and then rewind and then
Let's talk about that. What's your favorite skate video?
Oh,
like,
my
what,
God.
What did it start? So when you left your house, or whatever, like I'm going fucking skating, whatever. What boosted you?
I mean,
What gave it the boost?
I liked local things because I was always into like just cultivating the
YouTube?
community
It was YouTube,
in
right?
New York.
Was it YouTube on the phone or like VHS CDs?
No, it was a DVD. It
Was
was
it
a
DVD?
DVD by Thomas Lapani called Elegance.
What? Shouts to Tom.
So
I called Tommy. I was like, yo, I'm in fucking Florida. He's like, I'm in New York.
oh
I
man,
was like, motherfucker. That's cool.
yeah, he's out of New York now, but yeah.
That was funny.
So that was actually the video.
Elements. That was a good video.
Yeah, Elegance. So only because like those were local people.
Yeah.
Like
Support the locals.
and then
Spend your money.
I would go to the
You don't
session.
got money, go get a job. Go work. If you can't get a job, there's something to help you out there. Reach out to people.
I would go to the session and then see one of them.
Yeah.
And that was so exciting. And me just being a no shame out there little girl from Brooklyn, I'd be like, oh my God, teach me. Oh my God, how do you do this?
Yeah.
Shout out to Ruben, OG in New York City. He was part of original Team Push and Jay as well. But he was always the one that I would be like, oh my God, how do I do this? How do I do that? And to this day, he says that I should be doing my top acids with my other foot. And I think I believe him now.
Okay.
There's this knowledge,
It's always good to get information from the OGs. They know what they're doing.
They're like, look at your body. No, do it with the other foot. And I'm like,
Shouts
what?
to the OGs. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's great, man. That's super great. That's, getting advice from other skaters is always good to listen and take it. You don't have to accept it. But it's always good to take the advice. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure the skater is not going to be like, oh, you're doing it wrong, but you still do it wrong anyway. But you're doing it right. Because it kind of gets confusing.
Yeah, I mean, but that's like a little play on that ego thing, Like, I feel my perspective is like, if someone has 10
They're
years...
telling you shit they've been skating for like since yesterday.
Word.
Like, get out of here, bro.
Right. Unsolicited advice is never okay, first of all. But
So how
if someone has 10 years under their belt of skating over me, I will listen. Because that's wisdom.
Yeah. So how can you tell, like, if somebody gives you advice and you're in a skate park, your heat is up, your adrenaline is up, and some random person be like, yeah, you're doing it wrong. I get that a lot.
Yeah.
Right? I get that a lot. And I double look, right? And not to be like an asshole, you could come out with the question, hey, have you been skating? How long have you been skating? Mm-hmm. Like, oh, just started last year.
Word.
And you don't want to come out with a fucking fucked up response and be like, yo, what the fuck you told da-da-da? Because it gets there, right?
Yes, it does.
So, I smile. I'm like, whatever. All right, cool, I got you. But they don't know that it's just actually training that you're actually doing. Mm-hmm. But
yeah, I
but you get that.
Yeah, I do. I get that. And I've also learned that people who have the good advice to give will ask you if you want their advice first.
But yeah.
So usually, like, if someone comes
Take
out
it.
like, nah, you do this, I'm like, okay, you can do it like that.
Yeah. But people that have been skating for a long time, they also give the great advice.
Yes,
you know what I'm
they
saying?
do.
But they also some. There's a lot of antisocial people, which is okay. I dig it. You got to learn. You got to learn the process of talking to people.
Yeah.
But the skating community should be able to talk to people and should be able, be friendly. I understand you focus and you want to do the soul grind. All right, I'll talk to you later. Let me know how I go.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just gonna call everybody out right now, because when you're skating, whether you're really good or you're really new, you are afraid for your life because you love your life. Yeah. So you're focused and you're trying to like do something, but that's an incredibly vulnerable position to be, especially if all the cameras are on you.
Yeah.
So people are going to
Yeah.
come out like, whatever, with their protective side because they're actually being vulnerable. They're
Yeah.
working through their fear. They're working through their warm-up. They're working through their technique.
Yeah.
And if you catch them on that, then you might get barked at.
This is how to be famous in an inline skate.
No,
how
I'm
to
just
be
saying.
legitimately famous.
Just be aware that everyone is having a very similar experience
Yeah.
than you. So don't worry about it.
Yeah, this is not not professional. This is a professional sport, but it's not like basketball and football and stuff like that where they get attitudes and they get actually paid for. We'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there. Everybody have their individually. I can't even say that shit. Individual, aspects of winning and losing. Losing is okay, and winning is definitely okay. But when you actually lose, it's a learning experience.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have to take it out on nobody and stuff like that. Everybody gets to rant. They could fucking rant. You could rant at anybody, whatever, and you could do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah, every voice deserves to be heard.
Especially if I don't know. It goes a long way. It does go a long way. I've been in the game for a long time, especially in New York and stuff like that. I've seen people catch fits and all that stuff, and sometimes it doesn't work like that. But it's sort of that's another story though. But
Yeah,
I'm
I
sure
mean,
that should
at
be
the end
great.
of the day, we're all the same,
Yeah.
really. And as much as anyone else wants to get their trick, the other person wants to get their trick, and we've all experienced the disappointment and everything that comes with that. So if we could see it through that lens, then I feel like maybe we'll treat each other a little better. I feel like we are already
We are.
treating each other a little better.
we are.
Yes.
Yeah, the social media is definitely up on the platform.
Yes.
I do highly encourage, people that's, at the events and stuff like that to share everybody's content.
Yes.
Like, just share it, like it, repost it, tag, it goes a long way. Even if you don't like the person, just show love anyway, because you know what? The industry is so small. It's
Yes.
very fucking small. And yesterday I was at the skateboard skate park, and I'm like to a random guy. I don't know him. He's a Floridian. That's what you call him, right? Floridian.
Yeah. Floridians.
I met him. Like, cool as shit. Reminds me of one of my old skate friends from the Bronx. His name was Black Rob, by the way.
Oh,
I don't know if you remember him.
I do.
Not the rapper, but one of my older friends.
Wait, is that Ron? No, Rob. Not
Rob.
Ron. Oh, I'm
Nah.
thinking Ron Hunter. By the way, shout out Ron Hunter.
No, not Ron Hunter. Yeah, shout out to Ron. So he reminds me of him, and he was telling me to do this tricks, and I know the guy from Hole in the Wall. I was like, yo, you skate? He was like, hell yeah, I skate. I be doing this. He's doing all the tricks, like on his feet and all that shit. I was like, yo. I was like, yo, bro, I don't know you, but if I'm like, you could be in. I was like, I don't know you like that, but if I see you, I'm root for you, dog.
Yeah.
I'm be like, yo, what's good? Da da da. I'm a root for you, kid.
Yo, this is why I fuck with
And,
you, bro.
And thank you. And I was just like, fuck it. That's another guy I know that's skating. Little things like that. Maybe it
Yes.
could help. Maybe it could help. But it's gonna be dope to me. I'll be like, oh, what's good? How you doing? It goes a long way.
Yes.
You know
No,
what I'm
I
saying?
will say, as I can say this as a female, like when I was younger, hanging out with a bunch of dudes versus now where I also have like women skaters, like our vibe is exactly that. Like
Yeah,
it's the little tiny uplifting,
little
like
feminine in
you
me.
got that. Yo, that is
little-
divine, my friend. It is the divine.
I got
So
like 1%.
please. But like, nah, I mean, we all love our mothers, right?
Yeah,
So
for
we
sure.
all have a piece of them in
yeah.
us, or whatever person that has like been the mother figure in our lives.
Yeah.
So that's how I see it. It's,
Gotcha.
And it's those little acts that elevate an entire community
Yeah.
and help someone feel seen. Like, yo, you have no idea. You probably made that dude's day because
Yeah.
they know that one homie is rooting for him.
Yeah.
At least. Mm-hmm. Boom.
Yep.
Come on. Yes.
Yep.
That's
Absolutely. Yeah. That's how you got to go, man. Oh, darn it. I thought I had my phone on silent. Yeah. Oh, fucking up the shit. My bad, everyone.
Oh, good.
My phone is ringing. Floridians are calling me.
You popular.
I always got to shout outs to, wherever I go and all that stuff. Everywhere I got to show love. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Pay my dues or whatever, and that's it, man. That's how life works, Just don't go places, I don't know. I really don't know. It goes a long way.
Yeah.
On another note, I think one camera went down. I think it's still recording though.
Okay.
I think it's still recording. The main camera that's down. Where's the camera crew, yo?
Yeah.
Where's the camera crew?
We need a shout out to anyone who works in production. My
Yeah.
homie Hyper Mike.
Yeah.
He's a dope person.
Wanna
Trying to
learn.
elevate the community, help them out.
Yep. We also, I also launched a project on the new. I don't know if you know. I don't think I told you, but I'm launching another skate project that's new to the skate community too in New York only. Maybe I could reach out like in PA or something like that. But the skate competitions is different in New York rather than out of other states and stuff like that. Because we have like 4 competitions, big ones in a weekend.
Yeah.
Have you noticed that?
Yes.
It'll be like 7 competitions in fucking 2 days.
I mean, not for nothing. It's a pretty penny to come to New York
So-
when you don't live there.
Yeah. So I'm fully funding it, and
Yes.
it's a volunteer course for newcomers to get experience on being social, being friendly, being active, motivated, really, really light volunteer jobs,
Yeah.
such as meet and greet, such as cleaning,
Yeah.
making sure like bottles are on the floor for the skaters and stuff
Word.
like that, making sure the parks are pretty, not crazy like I'm gonna be parks department and stuff like that, but just
Yeah.
picking up after yourself type stuff.
Yeah,
Nothing
like what
crazy.
you do before the session. You clean up the park so you can skate it.
Yeah, that's another issue. Light security, making sure people are doing the right thing.
Word.
Not like drinking or smoking where around kids and
Yes.
stuff like that.
Yes.
In a
Shout out to
respectful
those
way.
who will hold your homies accountable. Do what you want, but be careful with the kids.
It's it's gonna be like a friendly environment.
Word.
T-shirts are gonna be provided and stuff for like staff. Non-paid, but you're definitely gonna get rewarded. With food at the end and drinks during the day and stuff like that and snacks. You're gonna get the staff shirt that you was volunteered with the skate mob community. Blase, blase, blase. It's gonna be a nice shirt. Not gonna be like some bullshit.
imprint on the community also. That would be
Yeah.
like a big benefit.
Also we having a thing with new photographers and new talented people that just want to showcase their stuff.
Yes.
Beginners
I love
or
that.
just to do it for fun.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so that's gonna be available when doing the events and stuff like
Yeah.
that.
That's amazing. That's
So
amazing.
that's the thing I'm doing.
I feel like events like that are like all inclusive, like not just exclusive to, let's say, a certain people who have a certain skill, really like shares the diversity of the community of rollers
Yeah.
that we have
Yeah.
and that we're bringing in because it's growing. Like how people come in, let them share their experience as a beginner.
Yep.
Like, they deserve as much play as those who have put in some hardcore work, just in terms of people understanding like there's a place for like every type of person in skating.
Yep.
And I feel like that's why it's growing now, because now that's kind of like brought to the light. I mean, I feel like it's always been that way, but it's brought to the light now. Like, oh, look, all shapes and sizes and cultures and everything. You can skate. Just put them on your feet.
Yeah, so that's why I'm giving the opportunity like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
So the skaters will see new people and their new responsibilities, and it's also giving a shot for people that never had a job before. It could be skate related. It could be a skater. They'll get first dibs, but they'll get to experience that little job. That little job function, what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
like an
to go out in the
internship.
work field, because New
Yes.
York is really fucked up place.
Yes.
If you're looking for a job and always getting denied,
Yes.
this will give you the perfect opportunity, to gain super confidence and stuff like that. If you're interested in, that skate culture, we have a lot of smart people there that that can bring everything together
Yes.
and fix all that stuff. So that'll be available, and you can also sign up on the website, and put your name on the list, for the future skate events and stuff like that. And it's not going to be my skate event; it's just going to be a part of helping out the skate events if they need these certain type of things there.
Yeah.
Makes sense, right?
Yeah, basically like anything going on in New York, there's like a database of people who's down to help.
Yeah.
And boom,
Yep. So that's one of the projects.
That's dope.
Yeah.
They're trying to do something similar. I heard from a friend of mine in Barcelona, where they're trying to get all the skaters that have available places for travelers.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And
yeah.
there's a database of like, okay, here are all the skaters that are available, that have available spaces for people to sleep, and here are all the skaters that are available to like host people, like take them out street
Stay with me.
skating.
Don't call me, y'all. Don't call me. I
Yeah,
don't live in no mansion. You know we rode deep. Skate Mart rolls deep.
yeah, that's funny. Now when I went,
But we take care of you though.
Yeah.
We definitely take care of you.
Yeah, well, that was my experience when I went to Barcelona. I had a friend of mine who actually came to visit New York while I was in Spain, Javiera, shout out Javiera, and another friend of mine, Carlos Bernal, like he also came to...
Carlos Bernal, that's the pro skater, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He has like a Ninja Turtle, like
Yo,
wheel.
like the dopest sway ever. I love it. But shout out to those two and Lauri and Carlota, like in Barcelona, because they were just like, what? You're in town? Come on, let's go here, let's go there. Not today's a beach day. Let's show you this street spot. And if I wasn't able to connect with the locals in that way, my trip would have been a lot different. It wouldn't have been facilitated. So the fact that there were people already there available to make a session, to show me around, just like, yo, that's someone's priceless time in their life. They're like, all right, bet, let's go. Let's, that's pretty awesome. Like they have a great skate shop out there, Roex skate shop. Shout out to Dexter. He works out the skate shop and he does free skate lessons in the evening, either Tuesdays or Thursdays. And I went there and it's just a bunch of group of new skaters and like seasoned skaters just skating and learning. And like they pick a trick, or we're learning a unity today, and it's all free right outside the skate shop.
Nice.
But that's the culture out there,
Yeah.
and it's dope as hell. So if we can
Teaching the youth is the shit.
yeah,
I did
if
it for
we
a
can
bunch of
have
years.
something like that in New York, where there's like, I mean, if you're from New York and and
Hustling city.
you've been
gotta
around
hustle.
and stuff, you know who to go to. Like, oh, hit up my friend Hyper Mike, or go hit up Ray Mendez, or this one or that one. Like people who know. Have resources and stuff, but if we can like get a whole network
Shouts
of
to
people,
Ghost Sports.
Yeah.
Ghost Sports is doing a great job down there.
yeah, shout out to Go Sports. Ray Mendez is killing it. He is like the ultimate community cultivator. Like
Yeah.
I take a page out of his book all the time.
Yeah, great guy.
Yeah.
Amazing. Pro skater. Amazing guy.
Yeah, he also does a lot of work for the Harold Hunter Foundation. So not just blading, like he also puts work in skateboarding, like just aggressive sports and just like cultivating community.
Nice.
It's so dope. But yeah, that network idea though, dude, like that's where it's at. Because New York is expensive.
It's very expensive.
So people need like,
If you can't skate, you can get the walk. How they say that shit in Hoax too? You remember that shit?
What?
If you can't skate, you gotta get. I forgot the fucking.
Take a
saying.
walk?
Take a walk. And walk the fuck home. Or some
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
Can't skate, walk the fuck home. I don't know.
Oh, word.
It's like a phrase on Hoax.
Yeah, because we would skate everywhere.
Yeah.
We would skate from spot to spot. So if you couldn't skate, you walk.
Yeah. So cute. So all right. So let's go back to the skating stuff. So what's your current setup for the skating?
My
Like,
skates?
What skates do you have?
I have.
What are you rocking?
Ooh, I have icons.
Icons.
I have the Montres, the Gemini skates.
Oh, okay.
They're white and have like I'm not sure. I think it's the Gemini. I'm sorry, Montre, but like I think it's the Gemini or something. But it has like different colors on it. It's beautiful. It's all white. It's dope. It's my favorite skate, and it's the only skate that has ever fit my foot. Shout out to all the homies with a size 5 foot, because it is just a little bit too small for the smallest skate that they make, except for that one.
So anti-rocker or flat?
So that's funny. It's a funny question because I just recently
Seasonal or like?
I recently converted to anti-rocker, but
Anti-rocker.
I didn't skate anti-rocker before recently.
Like the grind, okay.
Yeah, I wanted to start doing switch ups, and so someone was like, "Well, practice with anti-rockers." I was always a flat skating person, even when I was
Yeah.
younger.
Freestyle. Do you have freestyle frames? Do they still make freestyle frames?
They do still make freestyle frames, but I don't skate freestyle because, I mean, okay, when I was younger,
I used to go fucking ham with them freestyle frames.
yeah, but in New York you have to skate from spot to spot.
Yeah,
that's why I would
take
skate
train, metro,
flat.
Metro.
So, because I
hop
needed
the train.
I needed all my wheels.
Yeah.
But now, I have a car.
That's an issue. That's an issue. Yeah.
So I skate and
Got all your wheels in your car, right?
Yes, too many. Those of you
fire.
who know me know.
That's dope.
But yeah, so anti-rocker now because I'm trying to like open up my trick vocabulary in a safer way, and maybe also just like so I'm not so afraid because wheel bite is the devil.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's another learning process too.
For real, dude. But yeah, create originals. I've been skating create original frames since they came out with create original.
Yeah, they're good.
Yeah, it's because it was New York. So I was like, what?
That's
I
fire.
remember when,
They got a new frame. They got a couple frames that's out right now.
Yeah, my one of my besties, China. Shout out China. She has
China, where you at? Come through.
She has a pro frame with them too. So I'm rocking the China wire saw.
They're the blue ones, right? They're like blue.
Yes.
Yeah.
With the
Nice.
mountains. She
Shouts
drew
out.
it herself.
Congratulations.
Yeah, China.
All right, I
Woo!
ask everybody that comes on this podcast, what crew were you with in inline skating? Did you have a crew? Do you have a name of a crew? If you say no, it's
Right
no,
now, back in the day.
Back in the day, you had a crew. Like
Back
you had
in the day, I
what's
had
it
a
the
crew.
name? What was the name of the crew?
I don't know if there was a name or if I...
Made up your own crew, and it was that your crew?
No. It was... Okay. Yes, there was a crew. The crew that I started with.
The name of the whole entire clique.
I think it was 444.
444.
In Williamsburg.
What is 444?
It was a group of dudes who
I never
would
heard
write
of that.
graffiti and skate.
Nice.
And
444. Shouts to 444. Anybody still skating on 444? 444?
I don't think
Just you?
so.
You're the last of the
I mean,
Mohicans?
I met Frank D'Angelo. Shout out to Reeps. He's the OG. This dude came to the hospital when I gave birth to my son.
Nice.
So he's like one of my closest, oldest friends. But I'm not sure. He was definitely not part of that crew, but I met him back then because he also does a lot of artwork, like graffiti artwork, and he does a lot of murals and stuff like that. He does some work for ghetto community, some of their graphics and stuff like that.
Nice.
Because he's a really amazing artist, but he wasn't part of the 444 crew. But I met Frank through the 444 crew, and then the rest is history. I started hanging out with the Queens heads, shout out to Sal Zasso, as well.
Queens I love Queens to go skate.
Yeah.
Queens is a good place to skate, yeah.
Yeah, Trevor Johnson, Anthony Soto. I mean,
Well,
I
naming
was
some-
real young
some
back
dope,
then.
Some dope names out there.
Yeah,
Definitely
I was
to get
real.
on here.
Basically, all the dudes in the Elegance video, but I was
I
the
didn't
little
get that.
ground.
I didn't get that.
I was the little ground, teach me, come on, la, 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 la.
That's fire.
and they're like, all right, whatever.
444. That's what's
Yeah.
up. That's fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, for skaters that didn't know, if you grew up in New York City, there was always crews of skaters and all that stuff. A little history. So even when I started, you was always skating with a group of 5 or 6, and it could go up to 10 or 15 at a time, maybe even more. But it was one big ass crew. Skate mob. And that's why I didn't get skate mob from that, but it's kind of
Weird.
that. But it was like that, and everybody had their skate crew.
You had to.
Manhattan,
It was for
Bronx,
protection.
Brooklyn, Queens, everybody rides a train together. Everybody
You have to. Yeah.
does everything together. They go eat together.
Yes.
At fucking McDonald's, Wendy's, or some shit, and
A butter bagel,
when
some
they don't-
chopped cheese.
when they don't have money, they'll just steal fruit from the
Oh my
from
God.
the side stores.
Or
They used to be out there.
the poor the glizzy guys.
Yeah.
You distract one and you steal a glizzy and you
Yeah.
run. No.
Straight vigilante stuff in New York. Right?
Yeah.
Straight Gotham City.
Yo, no, but that crew mentality though, I feel
Yeah.
came from the fact you had to roll with people.
Yeah.
Especially me being this little girl, because it was not the safest place, being on the
tough.
streets.
Yep.
I remember a a crew I would roll with when I would hang out in Queens was like Caesar McKay and his little brother.
Yeah.
And that's where I met like people
I'm
like
always asking for that
Jalen, like shout out to Jalen. Like we would skate Northern ledges. And if anyone knows that ledge on Northern Boulevard, when you start the ledge, that is the exit of the highway, the BQE. When you end the ledge, that is the entrance of the BQE, the highway.
I think I know
so
what you're talking about,
you're
yeah.
landing and rolling into the highway exit. So that shit was gnarly, man. Like
I did something similar like that. That frightening shit is like, oh shit, you get hit by a car.
Yo, dude. So like you would time the lights and
That shit's
everything. Like
yeah.
But that's the ledge. I learned a lot of my like more technical tricks after I like was moved from hanging out in Williamsburg because that was like the perfect ledge, but it was gnarly.
So when your skate video is gonna come out, your section?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't know. You want to make a section
you
for me?
Are you planning on doing a section? I've been asking you for years.
I know.
I've been asking you for years.
I don't know. I want to. I do. I want to. And I'm down to work on a project with anyone. People who have approached me, I'm down, and I want to like make it start making it work. But I think that maybe the reason why I haven't come out with one yet is because like, you know, everyone's doing their thing, and in this day and age, you know, you have to make money, and that's your priority. And these projects, they take time. Like, yo, shout out to anyone who's ever made a video. That
you don't have to
you don't
have to skate for a year. You don't have to skate for a year. I skated for a year and I did just do it, and now you can do that shit in a day.
Yeah, you can.
2 days.
But I'm talking about editing the video and doing all that stuff.
3 months.
Oh, exactly.
You really want to get
That's
down
a commitment.
in like 3 months. Yeah. No, not really a commitment. It's just, you know, the level of, you know, doing things, you know, doing things right, doing things correctly. But you definitely need a video. You definitely need a presentation video.
Thank you.
To know who you are and, you know, the people to see what the hell's going on.
Well, shout out to the people out there that video me, like Butter
clips.
TV, like JP. He made a cool video of me doing Soul Grind on John Bound Rail.
Oh, yeah.
And then Brandon as well. He's the filmer. He filmed the faction video. Like, he was always filming me. Like, shout out to the filmers who understand, like, everyone needs coverage. That's dope.
Get that back.
Hell yeah.
You're like, yo, let me get that put it all together.
Yeah.
I'm tired of this shit.
No, shout out to JP, man. Butter TV.
Yeah, he does some good content.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah, but he's a dude. He's like, yo, here's your clip. Right away, man. Like, good man.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's super dope.
New York.
Content creators, contact Q for we get them clips going. So we could bring these newcomers in this game, yo.
Yeah, word. I mean, I've been a teacher for 15 years, so like
teach your ass.
I'm no, like a teacher in school and stuff, but like so like really just being something positive for a little girl to look at. That's what I want to be. I didn't have that. You know? Yeah. I mean, I did. Shout out to the OGs.
Women empowerment.
Exactly.
Very strong. Very strong.
Yeah, I mean, it's a big thing. And in this country, I don't know if a lot of people know or don't know, but if you don't know, go watch the movie Battle of the Sexes, because it really like illustrates females trying to get equal pay, for example, like athletes trying to get equal pay in tennis. We
definitely getting equal pay for the females.
Back in the 70s and 80s. And they were really fighting this battle and getting a lot of pushback from society. And it's a funny movie, but it shows kind of like how the perspectives shift and how important it is just to like, you know, as a skater and especially as a female skater, like, yo, we exist here, we belong here, and we've been here even before anyone decided to take videos of us. You know what I mean?
Like, went up. Yes, let's go.
Yeah, like shout out Kelly Matthews, Fallon Heffernan, Katie Brown, like Stephanie Bennett, Brandy, like all y'all that are like Stephanie Falcone, like OGs, talking about like competing in the ASAs. And, you know, when I opened up BMAG or when I looked on message boards or on, you know, the internet, I would never see the women's coverage.
Oh, yeah. Suck.
But nowadays,
it's about to be on, baby.
In 2 weeks.
It's about to be on. Let's go.
In 2 weeks, there's this event in Jacksonville, Florida called Supergirl Pro.
Yeah.
And Like
Yeah, let's talk about Supergirl Pro for a little bit.
Yeah, it's a giant festival in Jacksonville, and they're bringing. It's a version of what they created in the West Coast, where it started off with surfing, right? Like the female surf athletes will come through and they will do like exhibitions, and people will come and watch their sport. And the idea is like, hey, like these are athletes also, and look, besides the fact that they're female, they're sick, like just as sick as the next person. You know what I mean? And it was just all about that. So more like athletes came into it. And last year, they asked like rollerbladers and quad skaters to be in it. So a group of us got together, a bunch of quad skaters and a bunch of like aggressive skaters, and they bought us an Airbnb in Jacksonville. It was like, yo, again, my dream. Like
Nice.
just like a bunch of girls chilling and vibing like in this B&B. And then the next day we skated this mini ramp in front of a crowd of people.
When is this? When?
This year it's not it's November 9th.
November 9th, everybody. Is there an Instagram that they could follow? I'll try to get this up before.
Yes, it's Supergirl Surf Pro is the Instagram.
Gotcha.
And if you Google or online Supergirl Jacksonville, it will pop up. And if you're like a skater, you can still sign up. We need more people.
If you got what it takes, even if you don't, just be there.
Yeah,
Just go.
If you're a dude skater too,
Just
like
go.
they could use help setting up the ramps and all that.
Just go.
Yeah.
It's better to be there, not to be there.
Yeah.
It's better to share than not sharing, right?
Well, I mean, think about this, right? You see a bunch of female skaters like killing it on a ramp. And like we're talking about more than 100 people just watching them.
Don't be on the sideline if you skate.
And someone like lands a trick and you hear like, like a crowd.
Yeah.
Dude, besides a skate event,
Cheering is so fucking dope.
there is no way I would ever get anyone to cheer for me outside of a skate event. But these were just regular ass people who were just like, what? She just did that trick. Oh, like I'm pretty sure we converted at least one little girl that day.
Yep.
Like maybe.
We have a little bit of Tourette's in our system.
Yeah.
Shout out. Good job.
Yeah, dude.
Good job.
Yeah,
That's
but-
fire. That's fire, man. Supergirl. Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's
and
go.
a lot of us. Like,
Is this the first year or?
No,
what year?
we did it last year.
Last year, okay.
And thankfully, they're doing it again this year. I mean, with the devastation in the South, I would understand like if they didn't do it.
Gotcha.
But they're pushing through.
Supergirl.
They're
I like
pushing
that.
through
I
to
like
do
that.
that because I feel like, especially like in the South, they need happiness and love, and we
Yeah.
love you. You know, like people go through tough times and they need help, and sometimes the best way to help someone is to make them smile or to show them something cool, you know?
Yep. That is
Yeah,
correct.
so-
The mundo.
And it just means a lot to, I feel like myself and many of the other girls that like I'm skating with at Supergirl, especially if we started skating really young, because we know the power of watching someone who you like, oh my goodness, I want to be like this person, do something awesome, and they're a woman and they have tattoos and colorful hair and all these things that may or may not be what you were taught what should and shouldn't be, right? But when people who have awesome talents and are just like dope people as well, like once they are able to show their skills, they can inspire other people, and that's what we feel. I mean, I get inspired by my homies on a regular, dude. So if that's happening to me, I know it's happening to other people. Like, there's no way I'm the only one.
Yeah, absolutely. The skate culture is incredible, everyone. You definitely got to join. I'm going to put all this stuff, in the description where you can find all this stuff and link, and, you can take it from there. Yeah, you definitely got to join the Supergirl. That's a new thing that's in the thing right now. But right now is the Frankie Morales joint. That joint's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow.
Excited. The day's just beginning. I don't want to go to sleep when I'm out here. I just want to stay up.
Yeah, I feel
Straight
like that's the
coffee.
Miami.
I don't even want to drink. I don't even want to have a beer. I don't want to do nothing. I want somebody to drive me around Florida. I don't want to fucking have responsibilities over here.
Yeah.
I mean, I do, but I just want to be laid back. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's the
South
vibe out
Beach,
here. Yeah.
I mean, like, I can go to South Beach.
But that's really important.
I'll
And
be
maybe
up
you're
there.
feeling the contrast of New York. Because let me tell you, New York is crazy. I grew up there. Shout out New York, always and forever. I will represent Brooklyn. However,
Yeah.
when I go somewhere else, it is quiet. And it is nice.
To
But
be
it's
quiet.
quiet.
Yeah. Yeah.
For real.
Yeah, when you hustling hard, man, you get what you want. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? And if you have ambition and you have, your goal set up in front of you, you're gonna get exactly what you want. You know,
And it's
that's the goal.
yeah.
Stay
It's-
focused, stay smart, and keep it flowing, man. Because
Rest days are important.
Yeah,
Take your rest days.
read a book.
Yeah, they're important. I had to learn how to rest when I came back into skating.
You don't know how to sleep.
Nah, dude. I mean, I went to college for 8 years. You think I sleep?
That's,
But like, dude, like I just wanted to skate and skate and skate. I was
the
so
adrenaline-
hyped.
we have
Blah,
so
blah,
much
blah,
high
blah, blah, blah.
adrenaline. Like it's so high.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
you really gotta be calm down.
Yeah.
Like a feather. Like calm down.
Oh.
Chill, like
Yo, dude. So like, like in Karate Kid,
yeah.
like you're like calm and then you swap
Yeah,
the
yeah.
fly.
Yeah.
Like learning
That's a good
patience.
scene. Yep. And being quiet. And
Still listening to yourself, being still. Oh, that's a skill. I'm still learning. Those of you who know me know I'm.
As you get older, you get smarter. I think I mentioned that shit yesterday.
Yeah, dude. Well, you're the epitome of like, yo, chill.
Back the fuck up, yo.
Yo, Lila, you too hyped. Relax.
Nah, I really tell nobody to calm the fuck down. Let's say hostile or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
But,
word.
but rather than that, you could just be yourself.
Yeah, be who you want.
yeah.
Exist.
You find your passion.
Yeah.
We're giving like advice.
Word. Find your passion. Find your people. If something
Yeah.
doesn't feel right, move.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it. You don't, whatever.
Yeah. Well, let's wrap this up.
Word.
Q, it was great. It was great to have you here.
Yeah. Thank
so
you
where-
so much for inviting me, dude. This
For
was
sure.
like,
Yeah, absolutely. I've been dying for this.
me too. Yay.
Again, everyone, she's one of the females that inline skate. She's a very powerful, impactful person that is actually traveling to expand the sport. And if you see her around, say what's up. Get her autograph. Take a picture. Do all that stuff because
Let me take your video of you skating.
yeah, because
How
those
about
things
that?
are very, very important.
Yes.
To grow the sport and stuff like that.
Yes.
And so many people could do so many things. You know what I'm saying? We're not rich. We're definitely not rich. There may be a few people that have it, but 90% of us are rich. So
Are not rich.
are not rich.
I'm like,
So-
I work my butt off.
So everybody works hard at the thing,
Yes.
and everybody wants going for the same goal, whatever goal that you're actually doing. But if you see Q, say what's up.
Yeah.
Do all that stuff. It's great to do signature. Let's start the signature thing again.
That'd
you
be
know what
dope.
I'm saying? Passing out cards of blase, who you are, who we are, and stuff like that. It's gonna happen.
I
Do
agree.
it. Feels good.
Yeah, build the community and be a good example for the youth. Because even if you don't want them to look at you, they're looking at you
Yeah.
hard.
Do you want to give your Instagram to people?
Oh, word. Yeah, you can follow me at lady_Blader, LADY_Blader. Super simple. My name's Q on the internet. Hit me up. Let me know what's up if I'm like around your area. I just moved into my converted van. So I'll be traveling.
Yeah, she's a traveler. So
I'll be
if you-
traveling in my
If
van a
she's
lot.
in your city,
Yeah.
and she's not in your city, don't tell her to come back.
Tell me to come back.
She's
I'll
gone.
come back.
She's gone. She's doing her thing.
Yeah, shout out to my son, London. Also, this kid, he grew up in the skate community, and he's gonna be 17, so he's finding his own way. But he's a dope skater, and I just wanted to shout out my son and the
Shouts to London.
homies, Franco in Brooklyn, Subaru Adventures. If you're ever in Brooklyn, hit him up. I promise he will hook you up with all the spots and all the love.
Actually, today he's having a contest.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Whoa,
I gotta reach out to him.
Subaru Adventures.
gotta
Good
reach
luck,
out
y'all. I miss you. I'm out here representing in Miami.
They doing their thing.
Word.
Shop Subaru.
Yeah.
Shop it. Okay. You gotta live for yourself, peoples. If you got any questions or comments, you can post it on YouTube. You can leave comments on the website. If you want to be a special guest here, hit me up. Got to be a skater or a new skater coming in. I do not discriminate on the skate family. So holla at your boys if you have a dope story. Want to just talk about it, just chit chat, skate related.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's do this.
Yeah.
If you got events coming up, let me know. This will be a great opportunity for you guys to be heard and stuff like that.
Be heard.
Until next, be heard, be loud. Skate Mob in the motherfucking
Let's
building.
go.
Thank you for tuning in to the Skate Mob Podcast. Stay tuned for more exclusive content coming soon. If you enjoyed the show, please show your support by leaving a comment, liking, or subscribing to our social media platforms. That's all we ask for. Your support means a lot to us. Hashtag Skate Mob Podcast. Peace.
Hey, thanks for tuning in to Skate Mob Podcast. You want to advertise your next skate event or business with us? Reach a dedicated audience and increase brand visibility and grow your sales. Email us for rates and packages. Let's roll with Skate Mob. Now back to your regularly scheduled program.